Don't let anyone underestimate you just because of your age. And don't underestimate yourself. People are conditioned to think that just because you're older, you're more wiser. The older you are, the more you know. Yeah, in most cases, that is true. The older you get, the more you learn. That's only because you have more life to live in order to learn your lessons. Have more of a time span in order to learn specific lessons, whatever life lesson that you're trying to learn specifically. That's why most people confuse age for wisdom. Also why people underestimate the people who are younger than them, because they feel like they haven't learned the same things, aren't as educated on specific matters. With life, you learn. With mistakes, you learn. Yeah, it's true. You learn more as you get older, as you experience more. That's very true. But just because you are older doesn't mean you always necessarily learn the lesson you need to learn. I know you guys know that one person, family member. It could be a colleague at work. It could be a random run-in on the street. Some people go their whole lives not learning a specific lesson they're supposed to be learning. That's because age and wisdom isn't always a linear correlation. Just because you get older doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to learn the lessons that you need to learn. Even as an adult, people with children, people with grandchildren. I know plenty of older people who haven't learned the lessons that they're supposed to. I know you guys know somebody. There are plenty of lessons on this earth. Some lessons don't present themselves in the same amount of time as they present themselves to you. And sometimes lessons present themselves to people and they just might be closed-minded to even hear them. I know you can think of one person where you've been trying to get a lesson across to them and prove a point to them and they just will not hear you. They won't listen. They just want to be stubborn. At the end of the day, everybody has their free will and they can use that free will to learn a lesson, apply it to their lives or not. The same way you can learn a lesson and use your free will to be like, let me learn this lesson and apply it to my life. But I want you to get this whole correlation with age and wisdom out your head, because it's not always the case. Sometimes lessons don't even present themselves. People learn different lessons at different points in time. We all play the hand that we're dealt. For example, I may have learned a lesson because my parent learned it and taught me when I was like 15. Somebody might not have had a parent in their life to teach them that lesson and have gotten taught that same exact lesson at the age of 25. That's just their path. You didn't get to choose your path, but that's just the way it is. How do people learn their lessons? Through parents, beliefs, religion, their environment. I'm sure you guys have watched a TV show or movie and saw a character that you related to. The character learns a lesson by the end of the story and you think to yourself, there's a lesson that I could take from this. There's a lesson that I could take from this person. Something relatable. How can I apply that to my life? I want you to realize that God blessed you. The blessing is you learned a lesson, but it's not to be kept to yourself. It's meant to be spread. Everything that we learn on this earth, everything that we create on this earth, everything that we do on this earth is meant to be spread. It's meant to be shared. The knowledge that we learn, things that we create, whatever the case is, it means spreading it to somebody younger than you. It means spreading it to a family member, a friend, stranger, someone you may not like. People on YouTube, and spreading it to somebody older than you. You may be a young person yourself who struggled with speaking your mind, struggle with confidence to speak your truth, speak your opinion. And I'm sure somebody has told you something along the lines of, you're young, what do you know? I don't gotta listen to you because you're younger. But I want you to forget all that. This video is to remind you, be confident in whatever you do know. Confident in the knowledge that you do know at whatever age you are. You could be 10, 15, 17, I don't care. But you learned the lesson that you needed to learn. Be confident to spread that to anyone. That person older than you, family member older than you, teacher older than you, parent older than you, spread it. I know. Sometimes you may feel like you're not worthy to teach somebody. You may feel a little bit of imposter syndrome when you're teaching or helping somebody, and in the midst of doing it, you feel like you're not qualified to do so. This may be in your career. This may be into everyday life. I work with an older doctor and a newer doctor. Newer doctor told me himself, he's been in school for years. He's done his residency for years. He's worked in the hospital for years, and he worked this job and still felt imposter syndrome. Still felt shy in order to help people. Still felt like just because he was younger, he didn't feel as qualified compared to the next doctor. You may feel like that with your life. And all that tells me is you're human. And all that tells me is that you're considerate. That tells me that you don't want to fail somebody. That tells me that you care. That tells me that you want to do the proper things and don't want to steer anyone wrong. You have hopes in order to teach somebody, help somebody, heal somebody, but you don't want to lead them the wrong way. You may feel like that, but I want you to think to yourself, God blessed you with this knowledge. He blessed you with the ability to learn. He blessed you with the circumstances to learn. With whatever experience that made you learn that lesson, he brought you there. Specifically you, he brought you there. He gave you the lifestyle to experience the things you experience with your specific lifestyle, your family dynamic, your friendship dynamic, your relationship dynamic, all things that specifically you experience. I can't say for sure exactly what you experience, but that's what makes you you. It's value behind whatever you experience, and it's a blessing that God sent it your way, sent you to learn that lesson. If that makes sense. I don't know if y'all hearing me for real. You are exactly who you're supposed to be, and you learned exactly the lesson that you were supposed to learn. Not just to learn for yourself, but to spread to others. There's value behind that. You may feel a little bit unqualified in order to spread knowledge to certain people based off the things that you've learned. I know, take it from me. I even feel this way in the midst of making this video, but it's a blessing because later down the line, it might be you, and you may find that young guy or girl who comes along in your life and you're thinking to yourself, oh, this kid may not know something. And they end up teaching you a lesson that you would have never thought you needed to learn. A lesson that you would have never expected them to know. Embrace your lessons. Embrace yourself. Jaesho.